I'm GAMYA. I am a former Miss Sri Lanka, an entrepreneur. I own my own clothing label, Vaidurya, and I'm also an actor. So the collections I've seen so far today have been very impressive for several reasons. One is that, of course, putting up a collection at a time like this when there are so many limitations, so many barriers to actually getting work done, and of course also staying motivated. I think these graduates have done a fantastic job in actually getting a collection out. And on top of that, what I've noticed from the collections that I've seen so far is that a lot of them have a very sort of ethical and also sustainable element to them, and some of them have focused on rebuilding the artisans of Sri Lanka. So just really going back to the roots and incorporating Sri Lankan fashion elements into their garments, into their collections, and taking it to the world. And I think that's a very sort of global way of looking at fashion, especially coming from a country like Sri Lanka. We can be known for fashion if our designers actually have that kind of vision for our country. And it's really, really heartwarming to see that these really young, upcoming designers have that kind of vision for their collections as well as for Sri Lanka. As someone with a marketing background, a business background, as well as somebody who's built a business from scratch at a time when online businesses were not all the rage as they are now, I would tell the graduates to basically take a risk. Be unafraid in what you venture out to do. It may not seem like the norm, it may not seem like the easiest choice to make when you're going against the tide, but follow your gut, follow your instincts, and take a risk. And also just start from where you are. That means basically you may have little resources, you may not have exactly everything that you need to have the perfect launch or the perfect business plan, but you can start from where you are and build from there, which is what I did. So I think when you start and you step forward without really knowing exactly what the entire staircase is going to look like, but you take one step at a time, it tends to kind of work itself out. So a lot of young kids tend to wait until everything is perfect. So I would really encourage them to really just start somewhere and go from there.
Hi, I'm NADIYA FRENANDO and I'm backstage at the AOD fashion show. So I'm a hair and makeup artist and I am doing the makeup and hair looks for this event. Well, I'm actually fortunate because I have a great insight into the collection because I see all the models, I see the clothes on the shelves and I see the models in them, and I'm actually quite fascinated by it. Every designer has a completely different idea about their designs, and I've seen some stuff that I have never seen before. Yesterday was a great show as well, and so far it's been amazing, and there are a few pieces that I would like to get my hands on. So I was an AOD alumni as well, like 15 years ago. AOD at that time was a small little building with a few classrooms, and the concept of being a designer in Sri Lanka was very, very new. Since then, and seeing the students today, the evolution is enormous. We mostly did ball gowns and evening dresses, but today we see these young designers with futuristic ideas, which is great to see, and AOD has done a really, really good job with creating a platform for Sri Lankan designers.
Hi, my name is SHAHANI. I am a student at AOD. I will be graduating this year and I'm showcasing my collection this year. The fashion show is virtual this year, which is something new that AOD hasn't done before. I think this year has been like really challenging for all of us as like the graduating class, but I think we managed to pull it off, and I think there are some amazing collections, and yeah. So my collection is based on feminism and the impact feminism has had on fashion throughout the waves, taking Jackie Kennedy as an inspiration and a muse, and as well as feminism basically stands for like equal rights and equal opportunities for men and women. So I really wanted to use a masculine element for my collection without only using feminine elements. So I chose armor, which is like a masculine element, and so most of the silhouettes are inspired by Jackie Kennedy, and like I said, the silhouettes during different waves of feminism, and also there is like elements of armor like chainmail and everything in the details. Yeah.
Hi, I'm CLARA MINNELLI. I am an alumnus of AOD, of Academy of Design. So I am also the owner, the brand owner of CLARA MINNELLI clothing line. Today I have been here to review the graduate collection of 2020 graduate batch, and I've gone through a few collections today. It's really interesting to see how things have changed within a full year of so many changes, and the collections were beautifully extracted. So I also like to share how one of the designers that I reviewed have used waste material and natural tie and dye methods. So these are all factors that I am very interested in, and very happy that the future designers who are coming into the market, they're using these methods, and I want to see all of these designers bringing in new things, and also using our very old Sri Lankan methods in dyeing and waste material and sharing and carrying, everything that's Sri Lankan culture based, using all this in the future. Because we have come to a day and age where everything is very limited. We cannot move around, we cannot talk to as many people and get more information as we want to. But with the limited material, limited things we have, I wish that our designers can make out something much greater and pass some message into the society and our consumers. This graduate collection was, from what I have reviewed, it has been, I've learned something, and I've collected some really good designs. You can always follow your heart and do whatever the design you like.
Hi, I'm FERNANDO. I study fashion design and marketing. This year, final year was quite challenging for us because due to the prevailing situation. But anyways, we took it as a challenge. But anyways, we need to graduate, right? So we did our very best this year. So we are quite happy about it. I think students did a really good job. So my final collection, 9 points, is inspired by traveling and sailing in Sri Lanka. All the materials, the fabrics and everything is very breathable. It's silk and full cotton. And also I incorporated local crafts since I adore local crafts in Sri Lanka such as batik and birulu. They are all incorporated in my final collection.
I'm NIMASHA from AOD. I'm a third-year student at AOD. My collection is inspired from Victorian era and deconstructed fashion, and all of the textiles are naturally dyed. My whole collection is made from sustainable materials, and I have sourced all the materials from natural resources. So my whole collection is made from natural dyes and eco-printed textiles. So it was hard to get them done at the right time because of the current situation, and but somehow we all managed to do all the things at the right time.